Good morning, Scotty.
Why am I up?
Today's your special, man.
Oh yeah. We sell any tickets?
No.
Perfect.
Hey, what about your hat?
What?
Hat.
Oh yeah. Thanks. Alright, let's go.
So are you nervous?
Oh, extremely.
Really? Haven't you done this before?
Nope. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Sorry, would you excuse me for a moment? Guy behind me is kind of riding my ass. Just gotta, you know, comedian stuff. Where were we? Seatbelts. All right.
So, where are we driving?
Oh, nowhere. I just thought the intro could, use a driving shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we can start the show now?
Yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the saddest comedy special you'll see today. Scottie Larocque, you're welcome!
Well, hello there, everyone. Everyone, thank you for coming. I am glad you could be here. I truly am, because you elected to be here. Yes, it's not like someone forced you at gunpoint to come watch some Skitty Kids' pitiful stand-up performance. If you're watching this, it probably means that you're friends with me on Facebook, and you watched me share it from YouTube. Now you might be asking yourself, well, Scotty, what about the audience? That's the beauty of technology. There is no audience. I'm filming this atrocity in my grandfather's barn by myself. This isn't even a microphone. It's actually a Hannah Montana flashlight. Yeah, the laughter's fake too. It's actually really depressing. This, by the way, is not alcohol. It's just an energy drink with an extremely suable label. So, that is not to say that I've never drank alcohol before. Why, just yesterday I was at the High School Challenge. Just in case you don't know what the High School Challenge is, it's a large event where 4 local high schools choreograph their own incredibly basic dance routines to a cornucopia of bass-heavy, misogynistic pop songs for absolutely inebriated high school students. And then everyone leaves because of how unentertaining the actual competitions are. Okay, everyone, we know you're totally fired up right now, so let's kick this night off with an egg race relay! So what was I talking about? Yes, the alcohol. So I was with my friends, being responsible teenagers and not drinking because we couldn't find anyone to buy us booze. And I saw this group of girls who go to my school. They were completely hammered, and upon seeing us, they kind of walked over, or more like a stumbled. It was actually more of a Down syndrome tango they had practiced to traverse the gap. I saw one of them drinking a slushie, and I said, "That looks refreshing." And she immediately replied, "There is no alcohol in this drink. There is no alcohol. There's nothing in this." So I took a sip. It was straight vodka. This beanie wasn't actually originally in the script. It's just that I had bought it after I filmed the intro, and I had to, for continuity reasons, come out wearing that other hat. Just to let you know. Moving on. Being a comedian at the age of 16 is a little harder than you'd expect because I have a substantially smaller cache of material than, say, every other comedian. Yes, I love stand-up comedy, and I've been through every special on Netflix at least once. Something I've noticed in my viewing is that comedians tend to center around 3 main points. You've got drugs and alcohol, which I'll be counting as 1 point so as to not add unnecessary points, particularly outrageous events from one's life, and sex. Now, if you know me personally, or you have a general skill of human assumption, you'll know that these are 3 traits where I am not particularly well versed. I can safely say no one's ever seen big ol' lanky Scootaw strutting down the road, turn to their friend and say, "I bet that guy shoots heroin and gets laid." I mean, do I strike anyone here as a drug lord, ladies man?
Whoa!
Thank you. Meet me after the show. Now there's 8 o'clock at Hakeem Optical Center. We'll get you some glasses. Being a teenager in grade 11, though, I do have more stories than my debut in comedy at the ripe old age of 6. Yes, the first time I ever explored the treacherous jungle of stand-up comedy was for the Notre Dame Catholic Elementary School talent show. What a train wreck that was. My comedy was so bad, the judges didn't even acknowledge it as a comedy act. Alright? The sign-up sheet looked like this. You've got Alex Webster, ... drumming. Callista Moreau, ... magic. Scottie Larocque, ... improv poetry. As if to say, that poetry was so bad, there's no way he thought of that in advance and still presented it. As a first grader, I couldn't even comprehend the insult. The worst part about this, though, was that I didn't even know if I made it in the show at the time. I just went to every single talent show rehearsal, hoping to get called on stage and do my bit. Eventually, I just gave up waiting, and I asked my teacher if I got in the show. So she asked me to tell her one of my jokes. And here's what I said. What do you call a dot that is in the air? Now, if anyone's eating or drinking anything, I suggest you swallow now. And then I said, an air dot. That was the first thing I'd ever said to make somebody laugh. Poor Mrs. Pewar. She had to look at me with the eyes of a parent telling their child that their dog had been hit by a truck that morning. And she said, Scotty, I don't think you made it into the talent show. She was correct. In the great words of my hero Bo Burnham, segues are weird. Let's move on to some wedding-based jokes, eh? Speak now or forever hold your peace. How much of a dick does somebody need to be to take the priest up on that offer? Outside of touchy rom-coms, do you think anyone's ever actually burst through the chapel doors and been like, I object! I love you, Barry. Everyone in the church would be like, who's the jackass ruining John and Barry's wedding? They planned this night for like a year. What a douche. Yeah, alright, that joke featured 3 homosexual protagonists. It's a 21st century. Deal with it, homophobes.